Good Friday evening and welcome to the Ncwlife Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our very hazy and smoky weather window this afternoon as we look back at the Wenatchee Valley from our Sky-Fi tower camera on Jump Off Ridge, looking towards the Wenatchee Heights area. And yeah, there's a lot of haze and smoke out there all along the horizon. And once again, I mentioned it yesterday, it's from three reasons, actually two today. Some British Columbia fires and also Siberian smoke that's following the jet stream right down through British Columbia, down through the Okanagan Valley, and then bringing that smoke right here into the Wenatchee Valley. And that may keep our temperatures down somewhat. Also, a weak weather disturbance is embedded in that flow, and we could actually see some thunderstorms around parts of our area late today and early tonight, especially the northern mountains. You folks in Okanagan County, you could see some thunderstorm activity. We're talking lightning, downpours, gusty winds. It may just brush the northern part of Chelan County, but yeah, keep your eye on the sky later on this afternoon. And it's still hot. We'll tell you how long this heat wave will last as we head into our upcoming weekend a little bit later on. And now the few of the stories we're following for you tonight. Moses Lake police report a man has died after a dispute over ownership of a car late Wednesday night. A man in a stolen vehicle led the Washington State Patrol and Kittitas County Sheriffs on a high-speed chase on I-90 yesterday. And the Microsoft Corporation is proposing to add 72 emergency backup generators at its data center in Quincy. But first, we begin tonight with news from Grant County. A 28-year-old Moses Lake man was killed and another man was injured Wednesday in a one-vehicle crash north of Moses Lake. Mitchell Franz was the passenger in a 2004 Nissan 300X being driven by 29-year-old Justin Derricott of Moses Lake. The Nissan was traveling at a high speed westbound on Road 9 Northeast. It's about 1/2 mile west of Road K Northeast when just before 5 p.m. the vehicle came to the end of the paved road, struck an embankment and rolled. Franz died at the scene. Derricott was taken by ambulance to Samaritan Healthcare in Moses Lake. Moses Lake police say high speed and alcohol contributed to the collision. Charges against Derricott are pending. Moses Lake police also report a man has died after a dispute over ownership of a car late Wednesday night. The incident occurred in the 12,000 block of Baseline Road E, that's near Moses Lake. The victim has been identified as 26-year-old David Moeller of Moses Lake. Deputies were called around 9:40 p.m. for a report of gunshots. When they arrived, they found the victim being assisted by neighbors. He was transported to Samaritan Hospital where he died a short time later. The man identified as the shooter in this case is cooperating with the investigation. Early indications are that the two men were arguing over ownership of a Jeep when the victim went to his residence. An argument then escalated to a physical altercation before the victim was shot. Because no criminal charges have been filed, the name of the other man involved in the case is being withheld. The case remains under investigation, and anyone with information regarding the case is asked to call the Grant County Sheriff's Office at 509-762-1160. Well, a man in a stolen vehicle led the Washington Patrol and Kittitas County Sheriffs on a high-speed chase on I-90 yesterday. Trooper Brian Moore says the suspect broke into a home on Snoqualmie Pass, took car keys, and stole a late model SUV. The suspect was clocked at 124 miles per hour during the chase near Ellensburg. He tried to make a quick exit and crashed into a guardrail. He then jumped a fence into a creek before being apprehended by deputies on State Route 821. The suspect is also under investigation for DUI. Well, the Microsoft Corporation is proposing to add 72 emergency backup generators at its data center in Quincy. In order for that to happen, the additional generators require an updated air quality permit from the Washington Department of Ecology to ensure that people and the environment are protected. The diesel engines and cooling towers release fine particles into the air. Exhaust from the engines release other pollution like carbon monoxide, nitrous oxide, and volatile organic compounds. Air pollution can cause health problems for people who are exposed frequently and at high enough levels. The expansion puts the facility into a new air permitting category, and the company will be also required to submit an air operating permit application within 1 year after receiving approval to install the new equipment. A public hearing on the air quality permit application will be held at 5 o'clock. It's coming up on August 27th. It'll be held at 115 F Street Southwest in Quincy. Well, coming up next, downtown Wenatchee will be converted into an oversized basketball court this weekend with the 5th annual Sunburn Classic 3-on-3 basketball tournament. Those wanting to cool down in this extreme heat have a new option open in East Wenatchee. And we have your weekly look at all there is to do this weekend around the Wenatchee Valley. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the Ncwlife Evening News.
Eastern Washington. It's a great place to call home and a great time to own a home. It's the ideal place to lay down roots for your family and your future. Gisa Credit Union thinks Eastern Washington is a great place to own a home too. That's why we offer all kinds of home loans with personal attention every step of the way. We're your home. For home loans, we're Gisa Credit Union.
I have a doctor who knows what they're talking about.
It's just so much more hands-on and friendly than anywhere else I've ever been.
It's really great to walk into somewhere where you feel welcomed and you feel accepted.
We've just been grateful for the care and respect that we've been given there.
And here when I come to visit my doctor, I'm not afraid to ask questions.
It's not just about getting you in and out.
I love my care at CVCH. It's awesome. Give it a try.
You don't want to see this happen. It's the oil light on your car. Oil is the lube of life for your car's engine. At Alignment Pros and Express Lube, they pour the best oil your car deserves. Expect fast, friendly, superior service in a clean environment. They'll change your oil and perform a 21-point inspection while you enjoy the comfort of their amazing waiting room. Keep your car in top shape at Alignment Pros and Express Lube in East Wenatchee.
Welcome back. In another news, downtown Wenatchee will be converted into an oversized basketball court this weekend with the 5th annual Sunburn Classic 3-on-3 basketball tournament. Organizer J.D. Taylor was a guest on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley this week with Eric Granstrom to describe what's on tap.
That's where the 3-on-3s belong, is right in the heart of your downtown. And over the years, we've done it right. We've done it right, and we're right where we want to be, and it's going to be, we're excited. We're excited for what's getting ready to happen this weekend.
So for those who aren't familiar, tell us what the Sunburn Classic is.
Sunburn Classic is Wenatchee's own 3-on-3. It's our version of Hoop Fest, and it's built just right for Wenatchee and all the basketball players of all ages that want to come and play basketball against people from all over the state that are registering to come to our tournament. And it's about fun, and it's about downtown and our markets and our shops and small businesses that we have here. We have a great place, and we want everybody to come and see it and enjoy it. And of course, you're gonna get sunburned.
And for those who haven't been to this event, it's not just basketball. I mean, yeah, there's basketball and good basketball, but the whole atmosphere that you create with this, it's just fun to be around.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a big part of, Pat Norland said it the other day on the radio, it's a big party in the street. Mm-hmm. And there's music, and there's just a lot of fun, and it's all the stuff that we have here that make it that way. You know, you have the river, you have the trail, the loop trail, and then there's so many things to do. If you're looking at the monitor, you can see what it looks like now. What is better is the buildings we have, our buildings, and so those are the backdrop now. And so the people are a little bit tighter, and it's going to be a lot of fun with the music bouncing off of the buildings up and down the street. So it really holds the music really well, and the energy is just captured right on our downtown streets. And we have the longest blocks there are, so we're able to put some courts there, and we're going to have some fun.
For motorists, Wenatchee Avenue between Orondo and Kittitas will close tonight, beginning at 9 p.m. until Sunday afternoon. Head to downtown Wenatchee this weekend to find out what the Sunburn Classic is all about, and take the sunscreen. Well, those wanting to cool down in this extreme heat have a new option open in East Wenatchee. The Eastmont Parks Department has opened its splash pad at Eastmont Community Park across from Eastmont High School. Work began in May to install the water feature, which opened yesterday for the first time. Youngsters and young at heart will find the Miss V-Doll and other aeronautical themes at the park, dumping water and cooling you down. The splash pad will be open daily from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Well, it's time now for NCWLife's Megan McPherson to fill us in on some of the events going on this weekend.
Here's a look at what's on tap this weekend around the Wenatchee Valley. The Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center is hosting their 2018 Summer Concert Series Beer Garden every Friday evening from 7 to 9 p.m. until August 24th. This Friday, Cheyenne will be performing. There is a $1 cover and beer and wine will be available for purchase. Come to the museum parking lot for a perfect view and listening spot. Must be 21 and over to enter. Cashmere has been ambushed by tiny little gnomes. Find Your Way Gnome Treasure Hunt is this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. in downtown Cashmere. Come for a treasure hunt and free family fun. Pick up a map for a self-guided hunt at the downtown info booth or at participating businesses. Locate all 11 treasure chests and use the stamp on site to mark your map. Once complete, return to the Cashmere Chamber info booth to claim your treasure. All completed maps will be entered in the grand prize giveaway. Also on Saturday in Cashmere is the Big Chill Cider Fest from 4 to 10 p.m. at Liberty Orchards. Presented by Cascade Farmlands, the Big Chill offers an abundance of taste from the region's flourishing cideries. Participants will receive a tote bag, commemorative glass, and a dozen taste tokens. The town's yummiest kitchens will be on site, and the Cashmere Museum will offer a glimpse into the history of local orchards. Staged right next to Liberty Orchards, home of applets and cotlets, come relax in the Big Chill Pavilion, complete with refreshing misters and soak up live music as the sun sets. Music in the Meadow, Bruce Cockburn is this Saturday night on the Meadow stage at Icicle Creek Center for the Arts in Leavenworth at 7 p.m. One of Canada's finest artists, Bruce Cockburn has enjoyed an illustrious career shaped by politics, spirituality, and music diversity. His remarkable journey has seen him embrace folk, jazz, rock, and world beat styles while traveling to such far-flung places as Guatemala, Mali, Mozambique, and Nepal, and writing memorable songs about his ever-expanding world of wonders. Get your tickets online at icicle.org. And finally, ZZ Top will be performing at the Town Toyota Center Sunday night at 7. ZZ Top, aka that little old band from Texas, lay undisputed claim to being the longest-running major rock band with original personnel intact, and in 2004, the Texas trio was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Grab your tickets online at towntoyotacenter.com, by phone, or in person at the box office. For more information on this weekend's events, visit ncwlife.com.
Thank you, Megan. Let's go to our live Sky-Fi tower camera right now, or I should say this happened a little earlier this afternoon. This is a fire burning right now as we speak around the Chelan area. It's off of Highway 97. It began about 1:15 this afternoon. A lot of smoke. You can see some flames there as well. Don't know what fire crews or organizations yet on scene, but fortunately, fire crews and teams have been hitting these fires very hard to begin with. We do have low humidities out there today and very hot temperatures, which doesn't help. The good news, not much wind, just a light north breeze right now, and we will keep you posted on this. You can also check out Facebook Live, our NCW Life Facebook page, for live coverage of that fire as well. And as I mentioned, any new information comes in, we will pass that along. You're watching the NCW Life Evening News. Coming up next, your sports update with Eric Granstrom and our feature story tonight. That and much more still to come on the NCW Life Evening News. Stay with us.
Vominos junk haulers, big or small, they haul it all. Vominos junk haulers are experienced at hauling junk from your household items to yard and construction debris. That old hot tub and eyesore, Vominos, will make it Vominos. Recycling is a priority to Vominos junk haulers. They'll haul away your old appliances and electronics. And for the do-it-yourselfers, Vominos Junk Haulers also rents trucks and trailers. Call Vominos Junk Haulers and Moving Service today to schedule your free estimate.
Where will you be a year from now? You could be working as a medical assistant. The Charter College Medical Assistant Certificate Program gets you work ready in 10 months. Add 5 more months to earn an associate degree. We prepare you with hands-on training and support you after graduation with job search help and interview skills. Institutionally accredited by the Accrediting Bureau of Health Education Schools, Charter has been training healthcare professionals for more than 30 years. Charter College. We work to get you to work.
Hi, I'm Cordell Schroeder, owner of East Wenatchee Mobile Storage.
If you're thinking about making a move anytime soon, check out the East Wenatchee Mini Storage brand new mobile storage service. They drop it off at your location, you pack it, and they pick it up and store it in their protected warehouse at East Wenatchee for as long as you need. When you're ready, they'll drop it off at your new home or office. East Wenatchee Mini Storage is excited to offer this brand new service to our region.
Call 509-884-8643 or find us on the web at ewministorage.com.
And now it's a sports update on the Ncwlife channel.
And a good Finally Friday to you. A reminder that a local group of boys will be headed to the World Series soon, and we'll be holding a couple fundraisers over the next few days. The Wenatchee 12U baseball team that is headed to the Cal Ripken World Series in Phoenix City, Alabama, will have 2 car washes this weekend. Today, they'll be at the Morris Park on Cherry Street in Wenatchee till 7:30. Then tomorrow they'll be at Northern Fruits parking lot on Grant Road in East Wenatchee from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Stop on by and get your car washed. Help the kids raise money to get to the World Series. They also have a GoFundMe page, or donations could be made through the Wenatchee Youth Baseball account at any Kashmir Valley Bank branch. Well, for the second consecutive night, the Wenatchee Apple Sox won in a walk-off over the Cowlitz Black Bears, this time on a bases-loaded RBI single by Jacob Prater in the bottom of the 9th inning. The game was a back-and-forth contest from the get-go, with Cowlitz scoring on the 5th pitch of the game as Ryan Kim homered. Then Wenatchee tied it in the bottom of the first on Connor McCord's RBI single. Both teams would plate another run in the 3rd before the Bears grabbed the lead on Dutton Elske's solo home run and Tony Boyetto's RBI double. But again, Wenatchee would come back and tie it in the 5th on Prater's 2-run single. Each team scored again in the 7th. That set up the 9th with the bases loaded, 2 outs, and Prater at the plate.
2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning. It's 5-5 between the Apple Sox and the Cowlitz Black Bears. Prater is 1 for 4 tonight. The aforementioned RBI single in the 5th inning. In the middle of a 2-run frame for the Sox. He plated both runs. First pitch, swung on, hit in the air to left field, and that's going to drop in. Back-to-back walk-offs to win the series. Jacob Prater, the Wenatchee native, comes through.
Joel Norman on the call on the Apple Sox Radio Network. Video courtesy of the Sox Facebook Live feed. Wenatchee now heads to Bend for the first of 3 games tonight at 6:35. Also in the West Coast League last night, as we open up the Les Schwab scoreboard, Chad Stevens' 3-run home run in the 7th gave Corvallis a 6-1 lead. And despite giving up a 3-run shot to Garrett Kelly in the 8th, they still hung on to beat Kelowna 6-4. The Knights completed a 3-game sweep with the win. Joel Casillas and 2 relievers held Bend to a 6-hit shutout in Portland's 3-0 win at Vince Jetta Stadium. The Pickles swept all 3 of those for the Elks. Bellingham won its 30th game of the season in a seesaw 5-4 victory at home against Port Angeles. It was the Bell's 6th consecutive win. Rowdy Jordan went 3 for 4 with 2 runs, 4 RBIs, and 2 on a 2-run home run as well to lead Victoria to a 6-4 win over Walla Walla. The win helped the Harbor Cats sweep that series with the Sweets. And Kyle Dean went 4 for 5 with a grand slam, 3 doubles, and 7 ribbies to lead Yakima Valley to a 21-5 win over Gresham in a non-league contest. Coming up tonight across the West Coast League, well, we mentioned that Wenatchee's on the road at Bend tonight. Cowlitz hosting Yakima Valley, Walla Walla at Port Angeles, Portland hosting Bellingham, and in a non-leaguer, Corvallis taking on the Marysville Hammers. Here's what we have on the tap for the weekend sports calendar. Sunburn Classic 3-on-3 basketball tournament taking place between Wenatchee, on Wenatchee Avenue from Orondo to Kittitas Streets. That's through Sunday. This is for kids 5 and up, all the way up to adults. Festive atmosphere. Check it out this weekend. Evergreen Mountain Bike Foundation hosting the Level 2 Challenge at Squilchut State Park. That's tomorrow morning. And a hot night of racing Saturday night at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval with the Jerry Bershauer Memorial. Races featured will be the Pro Late models and a Twin 50. Also street stocks, Thunder Cars, Pro 4 Alliance, and Bandoleros. Gates open at 5. Racing starts at 6:30. Mariners are in Anaheim tonight to begin a 3-game weekend series with the Angels. Wade LeBlanc will get the start on the mound with a 6-1 record against the Halos' Andrew Heaney. That game time at 7:07. Some action in American League last night. To the Les Schwab scoreboard we go. Two teams combined for 9 home runs in the game, but the Halos came out on top of the White Sox. 12-8 in Anaheim. Matt Chapman hit his 12th homer of the season. Had 2 triples to lead Oakland to its 6th straight win. 7-6 over Texas. Get this, the A's have won 27 of their last 34 games. Well, with Seattle being idle, Oakland is now just a game back of the Mariners for the final playoff spot in the American League wild card race. Well, the Seahawks continued their training camp in Renton in front of huge crowds again today, sponsored by Safeway. After their first day of real practice yesterday, head coach Pete Carroll and linebacker Bobby Wagner talked about the feel among the players that they have something to prove.
It's really been part of the mentality that's made these guys kind of in this mode of they're really grinding, and they're really fired up about working and making right and all that. And there's so many areas for us to improve from last season. It's so obvious, and it's already underway.
You know, I definitely feel like there's a different energy, different vibe. I feel like everybody's hungry. Everybody has something to prove, and that brings an excitement. We're glad we got Coach Norton back. It's fun to have his energy back. You know, I can't say it enough, so you know, I'm excited for this year.
The whole time it has been like that throughout the offseason, and just the outlook of it you could see, and it's just brought again, and they're telling you, a sense of urgency that feels good and feels right, and I'm really excited about it. And today was a freaking blast, you know, so couldn't ask for more.
Gotta love Pete Carroll's energy. Seattle prepping for its first preseason game of the season just 13 days from now against the Colts. That's Sports News. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a great weekend. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. As she sets out to share people's stories of heartache and triumph, NCWLife's Lisa Bradshaw continues the Don't Wait project with support from local sponsors. In tonight's featured story, after wrapping up her 6-week, 7-state Don't Wait project tour, interviewing more than 50 people about their don't waits, Bradshaw announces some exciting news for next year.
It was humbling and amazing, and you know, to get to tell stories for a living is pretty, it's all I ever wanted to do.
Well, thank you for telling your story with us.
Thank you.
Let's talk about the big news.
Okay.
What's happening this year?
So, fun story. I got back from the trip, and Town Toyota was very happy and pleased with everything that they contributed and what I did with what they contributed. So they said, okay, but let's get, you know, bigger Toyota involved. And so they invited me down to their regional meeting, and I got in front of the right people, and they said this is a great idea. So now National Toyota is matching Town Toyota's budget. So now I get a bigger camper, and I get to stand in the camper and maneuver inside the camper, and the kitchen's on the inside, and that'll be nice. I really enjoyed the other one, but I'm going across the country now. Yeah. So I'm going to pick up the vehicle in Dallas and go to Florida and back, 12 southern states. And that'll be again next spring break. So I left this year when my son left after spring break. Then I was gone while he was gone, and then we met back up here, about the time he was done with his first year. So a lot of things planned for that. April is Organ Donation Awareness Month, and the hospital where my husband received his double lung transplant is along the way. They do a lot of reuniting donors and families and that sort of thing, the families of donors in that month throughout the country. So we'll get some stories out of that and hopefully bring awareness to that, and just a whole different deal. And I also get to take a camera person with me. So a professional who can help me tell a story, because there's a lot that's missed. I can't be on both sides of the camera. And so that'll be helpful. But they'll hopefully have their own space in their own car, because I'm kind of a loner that way. I'd rather travel by myself.
So that's going to start when?
Spring break next. So next, I think it's March 16th. Okay. I'll leave from Dallas.
For more information on Lisa Bradshaw and the Don't Wait Project, visit don'twaitproject.org. We'll be back with a recap of some of our top stories and your complete local weather forecast right after this.
Hi, Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. When you think of Alpine Air in Wenatchee, think of professional, friendly customer service for all your heating and cooling needs. Alpine Air partners with Carrier, manufacturers of some of the best heating and air conditioning equipment available today. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Visit our store in Wenatchee, meet our people, see our shop. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
It's a free walk-in job search assistance center. It is designed to help job seekers with the tools that they need to find a job. We have partnered with libraries in 5 other cities, providing the same types of services that we offer here, just there.
Just walk in, we have laptops, and we can help you with resume, cover letter.
All of our services are paid for by the revenues earned in our store. Goodwill is just a tool that the community is using to help their neighbors find a job. Goodwill, there's more behind the store.
Looking for a hands-on, high-demand job? Now is the perfect time to get trained for a career in manufacturing. Washington currently has a shortage of skilled tradespeople, and retirements are making room for more. The machining program at Wenatchee Valley College is designed to give students the foundation to excel in this precision industry. Don't wait, there are only 15 spots left. A 2-year degree and a 1-year certificate are available. Learn more at wvc.edu/machining.
Welcome back to the NCW Life Evening News. Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. And before we get to those details, let's take another look at the fire that's happening right now as we speak along Highway 97 near Chelan. As you can see now, getting very close to, it looks like a home and a structure there along Highway 97. Don't know acreage yet or what caused this fire, but it is burning close to Chelan off of the highway on 97. And we mentioned those flames getting very close to a structure now. And I'm sure Chelan County Fire District 1 and other fire districts are on scene. And as I mentioned earlier in the newscast, the good news, air support has been quick and it's been heavy so far on our fires. And hopefully that will be the case as well on this fire. Also, it's been hot out there. Humidities are low, which doesn't help. But what does help, not much wind out there this afternoon. It has been rather light, even though we are seeing a bit of a north breeze right now at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. Make sure you keep checking ncwlife.com, our website, as well as our Facebook page, the NCW Life channel, for more information as it becomes available on this fire, once again happening near Chelan along Highway 97. So let's take a look at what's happening in our weather right now, and let's start with thunderstorms. This is our rain and thunderstorm overlay, and it is showing this afternoon that we could be seeing some thunderstorms. I'm sure you've seen those big thunderheads building over the foothills in West Wenatchee throughout the day. And even though the Weather Service on Saturday is saying partly cloudy to mostly sunny, this weather model is showing possibly some thunderstorms even on Saturday. We will be a little bit cooler on Saturday as well, with highs in the mid-90s, and then right back to the heat. And here we go, right back to our temperature map. Sunday, we will be flirting with 100 degrees, possibly 105 down in areas around the Tri-Cities. As we move into Monday, folks, this could be the hottest day that we have seen so far in 2018. This model undershooting our temperatures a little bit. I think we could be as high as 102 to 103. Notice some temperatures 108. Tuesday, once again, very hot. We will be near the century mark in the Wenatchee area, and then a cold front will move in Tuesday night, and it will begin to cool us down as we get into Wednesday and especially Thursday of next week. Let's take a look now at your Quick Lube and Tune forecast. Tonight, a very mild low of 71 degrees expected, 96 for Saturday, maybe an isolated thunderstorm in parts of our area, 100 Sunday, 102 on Monday, 100 on Tuesday, and then that cool down I mentioned, Wednesday 93, Thursday, won't that feel nice, back to normal with a high then of 88. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. Also, keep it right here on the NCW Life channel Monday morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with the return of host Dan Kuntz and News with Steve Hare. Thanks for joining us and have a great weekend.
This is TV. This is TV Set Free. TV everywhere from Localtel sets you free to watch what you want, where you want, Catch your favorite networks, including live TV, ready to watch on any web-connected device for no extra charge. That's TV set free. Enjoy the extra value Localtel delivers with TV everywhere. Visit localtel.net and sign up today.